There's a difference.
All right. We're probably blasting volume, but who cares?
Fuck them.
They'll tell us.
Fuck them.
Everyone ready? Does everyone remember how to do this?
Nope.
Try.
Whoo! If you guys want to watch The Mummy, so
I always do.
We had a sub that would put this on.
really.
Every time he subbed for me in any class, it was the Mummy.
Hey guys, we're watching The Mummy. Take notes. It's educational, actually. Oh. That's actually fucked up. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Doom Thugs podcast, Doom Thugs Live, Doom Thugs Monthly, February 2025.
Oh.
I wrote February 2026 in my book. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, right? It's been a while since we've seen you, period. It's been a while since you've heard us, and it's been a while since the four of us have all been together for an episode, has it not?
Yes.
A very long time. How we doing, my friends? My name is Michael Antonelli. Did you miss us? You could lie if you didn't. It's February. The weather's starting to turn. We're starting to get those little glimpses of spring weather peppered in. You know, we're on like a 2-day stretch of, I mean, I'm wearing shorts. I wore shorts outside of the house today without issue. Capiche? I mean, it was 60 degrees and sunny today. It's going to get cold again, which it always does this time of year. They call it false winter, but or spring, excuse me. But, you know, we fucking made it through. It's not dark at 4:30 p.m. You know, the hardest part of the year is over, and it's time to celebrate. Let's introduce our friends. First of all, since he missed last month, and everyone was at this part sucks. Sorry, I'm being distracted by the Mummy on VHS. Mr. Realtor Adam Costa, how are you, buddy?
What's going on, everybody?
How are you, dude?
I'm good. Wyatt and I walked outside the other day, and he was like, "Daddy, what's that smell?" And I said, "It's spring." So
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it's
That's
coming.
good.
It's unavoidable. It's here. Oh man, it's so good. And I know you're happy.
Absolutely. We turn the clocks forward or back or whatever we do next Sunday.
That's crazy.
Not this upcoming Sunday.
Yes.
The following.
Yes. Beautiful. And by then it'll be fucking March.
March 9th.
Which, you know, that's my dad's birthday.
Is it?
I'll have to get him something nice.
It'll be March 1st on Saturday.
That's wild.
Hell yeah.
I know.
March comes in like a lion, but it goes out like a lamb. A lot of people have been saying this, and I agree, to be quite honest. So what's been up with you, dude? It's been so long.
Well, I've had a lot going on the last few months.
You certainly have.
Lots of stuff. I got run off the road by a fuel truck and my wheel exploded. So I did manage to get out of that.
You're in the snow, right?
I was in the snow.
And it came into your lane. What happened? Tell the story.
I was
flies down here too. Motherfucking flies.
I was going to show a house in Pennsylvania,
Mhm.
and it snowed the weekend before, or the couple days before. It was a Monday, and I was on one of those like tight Pennsylvania roads.
Of course.
And a fuel truck was coming the opposite way, and I guess he got nervous about like maybe going into it was one of those roads where there was gullies like this for drainage.
Yeah.
And I guess he got nervous, or I didn't see who was driving. And I'm watching the double yellow, and they just came into my lane head on. And I was looking at it, and I was like similar to like driving a boat. It's like you got to go where you have to go so you don't have a collision. So I just did that.
Yeah.
And I felt my truck go into the ditch, and I stopped, and my dash was blinking, saying I didn't have tire pressure. So I got it out of the ditch and jacked it up and took the wheel off, and the fucking wheel, like picture a clock, 12 to 3 was gone.
Gone.
Just gone.
Gosh,
Shattered.
dude.
And then that shredded my tire. So I was like, well, this fucking sucks. So I managed to get it all together. And not that I was expecting anybody to stop and help me, but you didn't have to fucking fly by.
Yeah.
Like I'm under the truck, and I'm like, if they, miscalculate, they're gonna hit it and it's gonna fall on me and kill me.
Yeah, that's the end of you.
So I have to stop working like every 3.5 minutes.
Right.
And it wasn't cold or anything, but I'm pretty prepared. So I managed to get everything out and get it back put together. And I had to find a wheel. I had to order that from Texas because they don't make those wheels. You have to order them, used ones. So that sucked. My youngest son fractured his elbow, so he was in a cast for a couple weeks. Those happened like within days of each other.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm trying to fix my truck.
Yeah.
My kid needs a cast, and it's just like it was not a fun January for me.
No.
But what are you gonna do?
Those it seems to come in waves, doesn't it?
really
Like
does.
it's like, okay, a bunch of shitty things, and they're just stacking, and then another one stacks on. You're like, I'm not gonna snap. I'm gonna keep it together because
please just I'm pretty good about getting stress tested, but my lord, give me a fucking break. So anyway, I missed that. I missed the last show because we had illness running rampant through the house.
Yes.
And I just couldn't leave April with 2 sick kids and nurse sick.
No, I get it.
But I'm here. We made it through.
And everyone's better now. Benny's out of the cast.
Ben's out of the cast. The whatever horrifying illness that went through my house for the last 2 weeks is gone.
Good.
And everything's back to chugging along.
Love you, bud.
Love you
We're
too.
so happy to see you.
Glad to be here.
The Banana Man's here. Mr. Warren, how are you?
Hello. I am so happy to see you guys.
It's great to see you.
Something's really bothering me.
What's that?
Adam,
Yes.
the truck driver.
Didn't stop.
Didn't stop.
Did you catch the company?
Dude, no, I was trying not to fucking flip it.
Oh.
It was like one of those weird
You need a
embankments.
dash cam.
Yeah, you're not the first person to say that to me, too. It was so surreal. I'm like watching it. I'm like, does this guy? I mean, you're not going to, the 6,000-pound Arctic white brick. You're going to see me.
Yeah.
And I'm just watching. I'm like, he is going to fucking crash head on into me. So I'm just like, I didn't jerk the wheel or anything. I just kind of was like, I
Slowly.
have to go. I have to do this. Whatever happens, happens. But what I thought was crazy was the front valence and bumper didn't even have a scratch on it. But whatever was in there shattered a wheel. Very bizarre. But no, the truck did not stop. Only one human being stopped the entire time, and it was a guy who had a bunch of parking cones in the back of his van. So he's like, let me get you set up here, and he like surrounded me.
That's a good dude.
That's nice.
He was a good dude. So I marked the hazards, and then I took one home with me.
That's good.
So my kids are still talking about it.
Yeah. And of course, to my direct left, if you're watching the video feed, perfect attendance.
I was just thinking about that today. I've
For the
never
show.
missed one.
And did you have perfect attendance at school?
No, not at all. Not even close.
Not even close. Me neither. Please welcome Brittany.
Hi, guys.
How are you?
Great.
It's good to see you as well.
Yeah, these past, there was like 2 60-degree and sunny days recently. The first one, Monday, I was beaming. I walked out the door and I was just floating. I've had the worst seasonal depression of my life. This year. It's been so bad. So
and that just cracks it when you walk outside on that first warm day.
It feels like
something about the sun in February, like those rays when they hit your face. It's like, I'm alive.
I literally felt like I popped a Molly or something. I was just like, yeah, I'm so excited to go to work. I want to take this drive and listen to music. So I'm happy. I'm happy that the sun's out later. I'm happy that it's getting warmer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh man, and then the flowers on the trees are going to bloom.
Yeah.
It's a good times, folks. February, short month. Many people are saying. Do you agree?
Yes, I had to pay.
Not short enough.
I had to pay something with a check yesterday when I was writing it out. It was like 22525, and I was like, it's fucking almost a quarter of the year so far. It's fucking wild.
Shit, yeah.
I was just like, that's blew my mind.
No,
time flies.
No, for real though. We didn't have a show in January, but I mean, it was one of the longest Januaries on record. It took for fucking ever.
Horrifyingly long.
And I don't curse anymore, by the way, so sorry for saying that. And as long as this January was, this February's going as fast, if not faster. I mean, it's the end of February. Unbelievable. But it's exciting. and I'm happy to be alive. Let me ask you this, Adam.
Yeah.
So much has happened. But one thing that happened in our break from the show is that Adam and I went out, right?
Mhm.
Not just the two of us. We went out with how many other men?
I think there was like 11 or 12 or 13.
Right.
Mike told me
Damn.
13.
It's like a yearly dinner,
Yes.
right? And so we went out
Men's
and
dinner.
at the Chichester men's dinner. And normally there's a pregame and then dinner, right?
Yes.
This year, I got the information and it was dinner and then the bar afterwards. And that's not happening for me because dinner reservation is like 8 p.m.
We ate at 8 o'clock.
Right. I can't make it out after.
No.
So Adam and I know Adam's not doing that either.
No.
So we went out beforehand,
Yes.
right? And, I don't get out much.
No, me either.
I have kids. I have a kid and a wife, dogs, and my father lives here too, right? I got a lot going on. But anyways, all that to say, we went out pregame, hit the bar. That first beer hit my lips and it went down in a way that I knew I was in trouble. Like it was like, when you go out and you're so fucking excited and like, yes, I'm out. I don't have work tomorrow. I'm alive. And that first beer, it's like by the time you get your change from paying for it, it's already gone. You're like, oh, these are going down too easy. This is going to get rowdy. And brother, how was your experience that night?
Well, I was driving, so I didn't drink very much. We went to Duffers. I had a beer.
Yeah.
And then we left for El Granio, which if you've never been is very good.
Very good.
Very good. And we got there and it was lovely. They had us all set up. The food was delicious.
Right.
And the drinks were flowing. And then we got I drove Mike home and we sat out front and talked for a while. And I was like, Mike's had a few.
Okay. Yeah. But all this, what I'm really trying to say is like, was I out of control at the dinner table?
Yes.
Was I like way too drunk and,
that's
everyone
no.
was pissing me?
drinking.
No, I didn't even get the I didn't even get the inkling that you were buzzed until we were driving home.
Love it. And then you really knew I was buzzed because I was telling Adam deep shit.
I was like, I feel like I should have a pencil.
And you're like, thank God that was Adam, because that was just
Yes,
because
yeah.
I when I'm drinking, I will do that to whoever wants to talk to me. And then I'm like, why would I tell that person that about my life?
Oh, thank God. Because I've been thinking that literally since we went out. Like, well, how fucked up? Like,
Not at all.
was I a problem at the table? No.
No.
Okay, good.
So
It's the anxiety.
Anxiety. I get it so bad. I mean, like a couple beers or whatever, a shot, I'm fine the next day. But if I get to the level where I get hungover, the anxiety is a monster now, and it lasts days.
so I'm from Chichester.
Yes.
I'm a
Oh
man.
shit!
I eat dinner.
Oh damn! Oh, that just hit me.
I
It
so
was a
this
wet bed
isn't.
buffet.
Wow.
This isn't our. We don't control the.
Wow.
We're
you,
not. We
you
don't.
don't you don't want to be a part of this group. It sounds like.
Okay. I get it now. They were doing me a favor.
No, I mean I only got in last year because someone else dropped out.
You
know what
got
I mean?
in. What
I
kind
didn't-
of club is this?
I wasn't
Yeah,
there
I
the
don't
first
know.
year. I
was
wasn't
there.
invited the first year.
I think that whoever's running this men's dinner has an axe to grind with me.
He doesn't like Italians. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he's pretty outward about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm half Polish.
He only
so-
married one.
Oh yeah, a real one.
Yeah, the real deal.
So whoever it is, I'll find out after the show. Let me know what's up.
He may have been the amateur eagle mover in this.
Well, what the fuck?
No.
No, I'm just
He
kidding.
wasn't involved.
No,
Sure,
it's fucking
sure,
rad.
sure.
But that's good to know that, because I mean, I was yapping at the dinner table.
I be
I mean,
yapping when I'm.
I
drunk.
went to the back bar and got when we were still at Duffers and got an off the book shot that I didn't involve anyone else.
Oh yeah, you confess that later on.
Yeah, that's when, and then you think about that kind of stuff, and when the anxiety kicks in, you're like,
Right.
why?
The second I knew, like when I got inside and Tammy was asleep, and my son was asleep, and then I laid down in bed, and then the room started spinning out of control. I was like,
got the spins?
I fucked up. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just hold on for the ride.
Because I mean, it's a BYOB place, so there's just bottles of wine on the table, and I'm just like, refilling. We're talking, laughing. It's like it's
You're
going down
mixing
easy.
too many things.
Dude, it was started with beer, then I got some tequila, then I got a fucking Aperol spritz for some
Ew.
reason.
What the fuck is that?
It's a big red drink. It tastes kind of like burnt. And then who knows how much wine, and then we got some sort of lemon shot the whole table.
Yeah, we get limoncello at the end.
At the end.
A cordial.
And it was like, yeah, I'm not young enough to be doing this. I should have a better plan going into these things. But I was just too excited. Excited. And let me tell you this.
Man, that sounds like a lot of fun.
It wasn't. You
Sounds
would
like
have had
a
a terrible
really good
time.
The host even said, like, who should we be inviting that we haven't? So maybe I'll
And you didn't mention Warren?
I was like, I have nobody. This is it.
Well, I did.
Nobody to speak of.
Close the books.
I did. I just don't want to talk about what he said.
This-
It was like, no, we discussed him and we decided no.
and
That's what.
he discussed us.
Yeah.
That reminds me though.
Okay.
It's the year of our Lord 2025. We have a pretty big thing coming up
We-
at the end of this year, huh?
We don't got to talk about that. We graduated high school 20 years
Oh, 20 years,
ago.
baby.
Oh my God. Are you guys having a reunion?
I haven't
Who
heard
knows?
a word. Probably not.
This is not enough.
This
of
is
us still
15.
alive.
This is 15 for me.
15.
Mhm.
Did you have a
Yes, my
you had a
wife's
10?
No, because that was 2020.
Oh shit.
So we didn't have a 10. I don't know if I'd even go. I don't know.
I mean, so ours would, I think, by the people planning it, would consider our 10 a failure because it was originally supposed to be at a certain place, but I guess not enough people bought tickets beforehand or something, so it got canceled and just got moved to Duffers, where everybody is every weekend anyway at that point.
Yeah.
But it was still fun. I had a great time. I mean, this was another event where I was too excited. I mean, I remember I got there early enough and there was like 4 of us eating in a booth. And I was just like, I was talking, but I was screaming at the top of my lungs. And I even was like, guys, I'm screaming right now and I'm not going to stop all night. This is just the level I'm going to talk all night.
Get used to it.
And I got, I had a ton of fun and then probably puked. But that was 10 years ago somehow.
Yep.
And I could handle it better at that point.
now
Anxiety
we're
at
coming
that
at
point.
20 years.
20.
20 fucking years.
Man.
I didn't really think about it until you just brought it up. Yeah, 20 years, man. That's
Mhm.
Surrounded by a bunch of old men.
Shut
Yeah.
up.
It's, a
You-
fucking, it's like a lemon party over
That's,
here.
yeah. I mean, that's more of like a reflection on you that these are your friends, these old
I
guys.
I know. Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
But man, I mean, yeah, 20 years. What have I accomplished? Nothing. No, I mean,
I was like, hey, don't say that.
Hey, don't say that very truthful thing.
I mean, now, I mean, a year. I've got like one good year. That's the one that I've had a child that I'm raising
How
well.
about like the year you got married?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but I mean, that's like, yeah, it's great.
are you 10 years yet? You got to be close, right?
That's this summer,
Wow.
What?
August. That'll be 10 years married, 20 years graduated.
Wow. Your calves look great.
Thank you.
It's probably the way you're flexing your.
No, that's just how they look.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
they're fucking big
Jacked.
calves.
Look at those
Yeah.
things. You should
Uh,
wear shorts all the time.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's warm enough. The shorts are going
I don't
on.
think you can get pants around those.
It's tough. It's tough. There's a new calf machine at the gym, and I way overdid it. And I thought the next morning I woke up, I was like, I ripped my calf muscles in half. I have to go to the hospital. But it was just little DOMs, no big deal. I'm fine.
Look at the results. It's worth it.
I mean, I was skinny as a twig 2 days ago, but
When-
all you got to do is way overdo it one time. I mean, this show's about overdoing it. Apparently, I overdo everything.
if you overdo it at the gym and you don't have kids, you can just lay there like a block.
Yes.
But you don't have that option when you have
No.
mobile children.
Oh
So
god.
it's like, okay, my arm's just going to hurt all day.
Yeah. Oh, he seems to have somehow through some sixth sense, some third eye, he knows which part of my body hurts and wants to kick it today. Or
The other day, I took the kids to the can-do playground, and Wyatt was like, just force of habit, took his shoes and his socks off to play in the sand. And then he came up to me 5 minutes later. He's like, "Daddy, I'm very cold." I'm like, "Yeah, it's still cold, dog." So I'm putting his shoes and socks on. I look over and I see Benjamin walking towards the swings.
Oh no!
As someone's swinging, and he's going behind them. And I would love to see it. As no one was going to be recording me, but full gallop.
Oh yeah!
Like fucking like.
Oh man!
Like I could feel my actual inertia.
Yes.
As I made it. I made it.
Yes.
That lady probably thought I was gonna kill her.
Yeah.
She just turns her head, sees a frantic man at full sprint. Dude, I was at full fucking steam, man. My leg was flying forward. I'm like, that was just momentum.
Did it feel good to run that fast?
That was I can't remember if I ran full speed.
Right.
I couldn't believe I got there. I'm like, damn, I covered some ground.
Yeah, it's good to know that, like, if you need to, you can, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen like videos in the past of like people letting go of strollers, and like it's just like, well, they can't catch it now.
I would just be instead of doing that, I would just be like, well, I'm calling the ambulance
Yeah.
because there's no way. So we'll just get a head start on that part.
Both, yeah. But as soon as I was like tending to I was putting wide shoes back on. I was like, I haven't looked to see where Ben is. I guarantee you, he's heading towards something dangerous.
Yes.
And sure enough, just like
with a cast on, like,
no,
let's get a head injury too.
He's out of cast, thankfully, but he was about to get whacked in the dome. But that I took them to a different park recently, and I was like kind of fussing over Banks. He still had the cast on, and all of a sudden I hear my head, and I turn, and Wyatt has smashed his head on the metal slide.
Oh,
So he's got this little mouse on his forehead.
oh no.
man.
I texted my mom. I was like, "These fucking kids are gonna put me in an early grave, man. Like I can't. Like there's too much cortisol going through my body right now."
Yes.
Thank God he didn't bust it open though on the metal slide.
Yeah,
like
no blood.
Yeah.
stitches.
I just remember watching the bump, and I'm just like, "Is that shit getting bigger as I'm looking at it?"
It probably was.
It's got a pulse.
Oh, dude, it was all red.
Ugh.
Oh,
When I was like probably 3 or 4, or we were all at my grandmother's house playing Ring Around the Rosie around her glass coffee table, which was probably smart. And I fell when we all fell down. I fell face first into it, and right on the edge, and I split my nose open. And we had to go to the hospital. I don't remember any of this, but just my mother used to tell the story, and then they had to come. They're probably out having fun. It's always like I was the kid, like whenever my parents were having fun and I was with somebody, like I had an issue. Very annoying. But so they met us at the hospital, and she was talking to the doctor, and she was like, "Is it broken?" And the doctor was like, "No," and like opened my nose and showed her my nose bone.
Like, no, look, see, it's not.
The
It's
bone's
fine.
intact.
Like, thanks. I take your word for it.
Sheesh.
that was something I wasn't expecting. When April called me, and she's like, they're gonna ask like how he hurt himself. I'm like, he was jumping on the bed with his brother. There's no fucking story here. She's like, no, they're gonna send someone in thinking that we did this to him. And I guess I'm very naive. I don't have nieces. I don't have nephews. First diaper I ever changed was my firstborn son. So, and I don't hit my children because I'm not a fucking psychopath.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like, what? Like I was kind of like offended at that
Yeah.
accusation. She's like, so I was talking to the someone called to follow up. They're like, do you want us to inform your pediatrician? I'm like, fuck yeah, I do. I got a lot of goodwill there. They're gonna believe me over you.
Yeah.
That's great. I guess, do they go into all situations thinking like this could possibly be an abuse situation?
I think if like, I don't know, but I'm sure if like there was a burn or like a dislocated shoulder or something where it was like, okay, you clearly got fucked up by
Or
an
if there's a
adult.
mouthy
Yeah.
kid right into a door.
Yeah, like doorknobs jumped out. But my dad told me a story. Bilco doors, those big iron doors people have for their basement. I was standing in our cellarway, and the latch failed on ours, and both doors came down at the same time and hit. You can still feel it on my eyebrows. Like if you go like this, you'll feel like dead space right here.
Mhm.
And they both hit me right here. They're heavy. I mean, they're
Yeah. You're lucky
And-
you're not fucking dead.
Yeah, it busted my face off. And my dad's like, yeah, dude, I had to take you in the hospital. You had fucking black eyes and you were gushing blood out of your head. He's like, how hard it was to explain that I didn't do that. I was like,
Oh my
But that kind of a story is like, all right, you didn't make that up, did you? Like, yeah, the doors came like that. I just feel like making up a story for most people is like, oh yeah, he just fell. Like if
No.
you know, like that's
Yeah.
like a pretty
Yeah.
far-fetched story for someone to just pull out of their ass.
I didn't
Yeah.
do my parents any favors in that regard because like I remember vividly watching my mother in a rocking chair with my newborn sister, and I was like, I wonder what happens if you put your finger under that.
Ah!
And I was just like put my finger underneath it.
That
she
was
rolled
me.
back.
That was me as a
Yeah,
child.
She broke my finger.
Oh.
So I remember they took me to the hospital. Yeah, I've broken my arm. I tore cartilage off my. I didn't do my parents any favor. In that
Yeah, I
regard.
never got that seriously hurt, but
could just do
Less.
what my father did, which is so when I was probably 5 or 6, maybe even a little bit older than that, we lived with my grandfather, and he had this big old school like tile. He's an Italian, so he was into tile.
Yeah, of course.
And the shower was all tile, and it had a soap dish, but the soap dish was like part of it. It
Yeah,
was made-
built
in.
in.
It was
Yeah.
a tile soap dish.
I love those.
So I'm taking a shower, and I bend over, probably drop the soap, and
Enough
I
of that.
split my eyebrow open on the soap
Oh.
dish.
oh no.
Blood everywhere.
Yes.
Definitely should have had stitches.
Yeah.
Not even talk of going to the doctor. My father was very, very not normal. I also fell out of his truck pulling out of the driveway. I was in the front seat, no seat belt. Door was sort of open, and we were pulling out of the driveway, and I just fell onto the street.
My God, Mark.
Yeah, man.
the
Why do you
fuck?
think I'm so fucked up?
How old were you?
Oh man, I had to be like again, like 5 or 6.
It's not funny, but just,
It's funny.
just thinking about little Ward flying.
Yeah, man, right onto the main
Splat.
fucking drag road that we lived on. I rode my bike
People
around.
drive by like, what the fuck?
It looks like you
They
just got pushed
back
out of
into
the car.
and made sure that the door was shut this time. And it was a work van. It was an old Chevy work van. It was high as
Yeah,
fuck.
you fell far.
I fell very far. I would ride my bike around the block, and one time the neighbors, like half a block away, their dog got loose and bit me on the calf
Oh no!
while I was riding my bike down the fucking sidewalk.
Fuck.
I just went home. My dad was at work. I just went home and sat around with blood coming out of my calf from a dog puncture wound.
Right.
Just the
Didn't,
doctor.
didn't clean it or anything.
No,
Just let it
no
ride.
one was home, man. I just had to wait. I was just sitting there like sniffling, like, oh, this hurts. Yeah, man. I got bit by a rabbit over there.
What?
I have a rabbit bite scar on my leg from
A-
getting bit
a
by
wild
a rabbit.
rabbit?
Yeah,
Those
A
little brown
wild
guys.
rabbit?
I cornered it, I guess.
Oh yeah, you're
Oh.
trying. To
I was
pet
probably
it.
gonna eat it.
It was
It
defending
jumped up
itself.
on me and just hung on my knee. Yeah,
Oh God.
yeah,
That's
man. I had a
hilarious.
fucking weird childhood.
I don't like doctors or hospitals. I don't have anything against the person. I just don't care. I don't like it. So when I got to the age where I was old enough, I was like 19 or 20, where I could make my own decisions. Like my parents didn't have to know. I would pour like super glue into nasty cuts and shit instead of getting the stitches. It works. Like,
Electrical tape.
oh, I taped this. This finger's still fucked up. It broke it. I was just like, we'll just tape it together for a few months and see what happens.
Oh yeah.
Now I can feel the weather in this. So
Yeah.
I'm serious. I'm like, oh, it's gonna fucking rain tomorrow.
I probably could have avoided that by being a little smarter.
I do look at it sometimes. I remember at the time thinking like, how am I gonna get a wedding ring over that? Because I got this big ass bulge right here. That's why I go with the silicone ring.
Oh,
yeah.
there you go.
But I'm trying to like not. I accident. So when Wyatt was sick, he wouldn't drink water, and I'm like, look, I'm not doing the whole take you to the hospital so they can, jam electrolytes in your butt. No, I'm not doing that. So I said to him, I'm like, look,
How long has it been since you've been to a hospital? The 1800s?
a while.
You're not getting leeches.
Yeah,
Okay?
they're gonna feed you heroin and stick a fucking.
But I still do. I'm getting very good about it, but I still do stupid shit like this where I said to Wyatt, I'm like, look, you either drink what's in that cup or I'm taking you to the hospital. They're going to stick a needle in your butt cheek. And I'm like, fuck, I can't fuck him up about the hospital. He'll end up
Right.
with me
Yeah,
pouring fucking
yeah.
acetone into a wound. Like,
I can't
I
go
feel
to
like
the-
that's the way that I would handle that situation though. Like you're being silly. Drink the water,
mhm.
or else it's going to be even worse, and you're going to have to go get poked and prodded by the doctors, and you don't want that.
right.
was
And
like,
it worked, I'm sure.
Yeah, I was like, take 10 sips. He takes 3 sips. He goes, 10's a lot. I said, all right, well, take 7 because he'd already taken 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just like, you know, you guys know, like when your kids are sick, man, it's like you'd sell your soul to the fucking devil. It's for dads.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Especially when it's like bad,
Yeah.
like horrifyingly bad, like fevers and shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was fucking walking around with like 102 fever. I was like,
Ooh.
this fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I wasn't like, I remember thinking like I had to do something for work, but I was like, man, thank God I'm not a fucking like roofer or something.
Right.
But it was just like every step was just like agony. And I'm like, I really hope they're not dealing with this.
Yeah.
Because they were yo-yoing. They would be like, okay, 100.8 normal. Like,
Right.
okay, we're in the
Yeah,
clear.
yeah,
And it's like,
yeah.
no, it's right back now. And you know how fun, you know, a 1.5-year-old is take his temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not fun.
No.
We had our first illness bout, and it's like just the most helpless feeling when they're just like
I know.
miserable
and my
the
mom's
fucking fever. I was so scared of the fever. Like,
yeah, it's scary. My mom's like fucking like everything's a fucking mountain with her, with the kids, and she's like, you got to call the doctor. I'm like, why? So they can tell me I'm a fucking idiot. I'm like, does he have a fever? No. Is he eating? Yes. What do you want from me?
Yeah.
So I was trying to explain to the lady at the doctor's office, and I said, look, I'm just trying to calm my mother down. She starts laughing. She's like, this is what we're seeing. If you see this, call us. I said, okay, I did my job.
Yeah.
Check. They're kids. They get over it quick.
That's pretty much the standard. Like if it goes over like what 103 or
Yeah,
something, and
yeah, it's
they're like not eating, and yeah,
Well, if they
those
have
are
a
the
fucking
big
cold,
signs.
there's nothing they can do.
No.
for
Exactly.
you.
yeah.
And I don't
Fucking
want to get into
drink
the
Sprite, whatever. For whatever reason, we thought that was the thing to do. Ginger
Ginger
ale,
ale.
and Sprite, clear sodas.
Yeah, it's good for you.
I don't want to get him into the I did put on Prices Right. I don't want to get him into like the habit, because I've had friends in the past, like they took antibiotics like every fucking time they got the sniffles as kids, and now they have the immune system of a screen door.
Yeah.
I don't want to set them up for that.
No,
Yeah.
no.
But at the same time, I don't want them to feel like shit.
Yeah,
So
but fevers aren't always a bad thing. It just means that your body is fighting it off.
Yeah.
But if it goes up to like
105.
dangerous
Cook-
temperatures,
Cooking the brain.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we have the Tylenol with a little plastic.
Oh,
syringe.
Mhm.
dude, Sal loves
Phoebe
Tylenol.
loves it too.
She-
She loves it too.
He calls it bubble. He's like bubble. But he also calls popsicles bubble and bubbles bubble. So I don't know why he calls it bubble.
We got the Pedialyte popsicles, which were pretty cool. That was like that was keeping things rolling.
Yeah.
But Benjamin hates them. He doesn't like, I think I was saying upstairs, if it's not chicken nugget, steak, or some kind of potato, he's no interest. When he's hungry for lunch, he goes up and smacks his hand into the freezer and goes,
Because that's where all the meat is.
that's what I need is. Yeah.
That's funny.
He ate all his steak last night, and then I saw April, like, I can't even keep up, like from her plate to his.
That's
I gave him a
great.
lot,
Man.
but I want him to start eating like other stuff. Like he needs to get some fruit, he needs to get some vegetables. Like I don't want a picky eater.
It's not gonna happen.
I know. I know. It's fucking. It just makes me. But I
Because
bitch about
what's
it.
gonna happen is
His mother's gonna
these
give in?
No, you have these grand ideas about how you think things should go, and at some point you're just like, just fucking whatever you're gonna eat.
He'd have
Just
to
As
fucking
long as
please
you're
eat
eating,
something.
just
eat
eat.
something. Just
I gave
fucking
up.
eat it.
Yeah, she at least likes fruits and vegetables though. But it's just like grilled cheese, pizza, chicken
Yeah, no
nuggets.
No matter how many times you say these words in exactly this order, I will not make a second dinner just for you. You're gonna make a second.
I know.
Yeah.
Making that
When he
grilled
gets
cheese.
when he gets his ice cream, he has these mini ice creams with cones that are about this big. And when he gets it after his bath, he walks around the house like this. He's showing off the Olympic torch. He has to go show everyone his ice cream before he eats it. It's
That's
actually
so
kinda- he
cute.
Parades it around.
Oh, I gotta get those mini cones. I'm just giving this
The little blue bunnies.
They're from Trader Joe's. They look like a row of like shotgun shells. They come. They're about this big. And
Okay.
they come in a yellow box. It's really good ice
I
cream.
need that. I mean, I'm giving them full on drumsticks.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
He fucking loves
King
it.
cones.
They like, well, I'll be like trying to share with him. I'll be like, here, lick it. And he'll be like,
Impossible.
give me the whole fucking thing. I'm like, just please lick it because I want some. I got it for me. I'll let you lick it, but you got to let me have most of it. And he'll just fucking rip it out of my hands and be like, ha ha ha. And then, like, eat half of it, then throw it ice cream side down on the carpet.
throw it in your fucking face.
Or grab it like this and it oozes through his fingers.
And he's like, my hands are a mess. Like, you fucking did it.
Yes. Yeah.
Phoebe's doing
Yep.
fuck that one up.
Wow.
She doing
Phoebe's doing
gymnastics?
gymnastics.
Oh yeah, we
How's
were
it-
there today.
Where?
At
I mean,
main
approximately.
line in Westchester.
Okay.
How's it going?
It's going great. She loves it so much.
That's great.
Yeah, I was just saying earlier how she this is the first time I knew it was gonna happen because she's always peeing herself. But she peed herself at gymnastics today. And I didn't have an extra leotard.
Oh shit.
I did have extra underwear, but no extra leotard because she hasn't done that yet. And thankfully I go all the way up there because I know somebody that works there.
Mhm.
And she was like, "Oh, we have extra, like we have like a stash of hand-me-downs that people donate."
Oh, cool.
And she was like, "So I'll go." I was like, "I'm so glad I told you that she peed herself because I was just gonna act like she wasn't wet and just send her back in. And hopefully nobody has to grab your butt to like help you do a flip because
Right.
it's a little wet. It wasn't like soaked, but it was like wet enough." But she was like, "No, like let me go get another one." So she got a free leotard out of it.
Hey,
She's like, "You can keep it, take it home." She
That's
picked
cool.
a red velvety one and it was so cute. And she kept going around the class. She's not shy whatsoever. She was
good.
going up to every kid in the class, like, feel my velvety leotard. And everyone's feeling her leotard. But she loves it. She's always so excited to go. And she gets the jumps when she's excited. So she's just jumping around that place like this, like so happy. Doing flips, going over doing the bars, like they
That's
do it
what I was
all.
gonna ask. They have like bars and beams. They're,
Yeah,
like,
she does
doing-
beams, bars, tumbles.
Trampoline.
Trampoline is her favorite part. Yeah.
Did your girls do gymnastics?
Yeah, Nora does gymnastics every week.
She loves it.
Yeah.
What's her she a specialist? She beam.
No,
Uneven
They
bars.
don't. Not at her age. They don't really. They're just
Vault?
Like, they just
Do they do
take-
the vault?
Yeah, she's Simone Biles. They basically just do like a circuit of different
Yeah.
like event
Yeah, it's
type
like
stuff,
it's
and
like
they're
a
this is the warm up, and then there's the foam pit, and then
Yeah.
you do these like different types of flips. Then you walk on this beam, and there's a long trampoline that they make you do different stuff on. It's cute.
the foam
That's so
pit is
fun.
funny
It's right
because
up Fury Road, the one that we go to.
Oh, nice.
Right around the corner.
yeah, I could have went somewhere closer. But it's funny in the foam pit because
You're just addicted to driving to Westchester.
I just love
for
Westchester so
everything.
much. But she just disappears in the foam pit because
Yeah.
it's like way in the back and I can't see that far. I can just see her jump off and then all of a sudden she's just
Gone.
gone into the foam
Is
pit.
there like an area for the parents with windows? And, like,
Mhm.
yeah, it's
Yeah, and I'm also happy to know somebody that works there because she gets good videos of Phoebe doing stuff in there because I
yeah.
can't. It's like such a glare on
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
the
windows. I
glare.
can't.
And then other parents like around.
Yeah,
Nah.
and I can never get the best seat. I can't move from because they're moving around the whole gym the entire time, and I'm like, oh no, I can't see her, and she's all the way
I'm-
over there.
I'm 85% sure that one of the children in Nora's gymnastics class is the child of someone that we went to school with,
Well, probably.
but I'm not sure, and so I don't
The
say
parents
anything.
is the
I've seen her, but I think it's this person. I'll tell you off, Mike.
okay.
But it's just really weird because I'm like,
if
do
you're
we rec-
watching,
do we
Mhm.
recognize
Right
each
in.
other? Do we not?
I hate those kind of interactions. It's like I know that I know you, but do you know that you know me?
right? And we,
If I say hi, is it weird,
right,
or is
We
it
didn't,
weird, or
like-
if I'm not saying hi
We didn't
because
really
you know?
talk in
right.
school,
Yeah.
so like,
And there's ones like that now in modern era where it's like, so we went to school together. We weren't really friends, right? We didn't really talk, but we saw each other every day for 8 years.
yeah.
And for whatever reason, now we've been friends on Facebook for 20 years.
Yeah, that
as
too.
Well, have never talked in person, but we just walk by each other at the Walmart. It's like
Like, what's your
Like, if a
obligation
hi-
here?
usually just, I mean,
Like a head bob.
just,
Like,
hey,
what's up?
how are you? Like just one of those.
How you
It's- I mean, but I'm like, so I work with the public. And I do that all day at work to like everybody. But now I do it off hours, so I'm just a guy that says hi to strangers all the time, which I guess is not a bad
That's a
thing.
good thing.
Just like, oh, hey, how are you?
So
Or I'll be like, hey, thanks for coming in to someone at Kohl's, and I don't work there.
I saw somebody that I went to school with and who's in like my parent Instagram reel rotation,
Ah.
like where that, friendly.
Mhm.
And I saw her walking into the grocery store, had the sunglasses on.
Uh-huh.
So I just gave her and kept it moving. Saw her there the next day,
Whoa.
regular glasses on. I stopped. I said, I didn't stop and say hi yesterday because you had the glasses on. And she just thought that was fucking hilarious. But from an etiquette standpoint,
I think that's hilarious. I would be like, oh, that made you not talk to me?
she had the hater blockers.
Do I
on.
look that off-putting with sunglasses on?
I just figured if you're walking into a store with sunglasses on, you aren't feeling very conversational.
Maybe I've done that and kept them on for way longer than I should have, just not even realizing that I still have my sunglasses on. Why is it so dark in here?
I
That's
ca- I can't
probably
see shit.
that was probably the case. Because why else? Why would you have your? Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
unless
to
they're
look
just
cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
You do look
Mission
pretty cool
accomplished.
in sunglasses.
Mission accomplished.
No, I love it. I hope she sticks with it, and it becomes Olympics.
That's what we were talking about. Yeah,
I
me
love. I mean,
too.
gymnastics is
think
like skateboarding to me, in that it's like, how in the fuck are these people doing that?
Oh, I
It's
know.
insane.
I mean, she can't do anything by herself
of
right now.
course,
Like
of
they're
course.
helping her flip and flop and do all that. And she's got pretty good balance. There are things that I've seen her improve
Mhm.
in, like walking on a balance beam and doing like one foot in front of the other instead of like teeter tottering with two feet next to each other.
Whoa, whoa!
And she'll like put her hands on the ground and put her feet up on something else. And like, she's a little less fearful.
Mhm.
Excuse me. Now I feel like that was the goal of putting her in that, is to like
Build some confidence.
build a little confidence and not get so frustrated when you can't do something the first try,
Oh,
and like
that's
keep
huge.
practicing things, because she
Yeah.
gets so mad.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see if she becomes like some kind of bar master
Oh,
or
man.
does
It's
something
like-
crazy. But
You watch gymnastics, it's 4 events, right?
Okay.
And you watch each one, it's the parallel bars, you watch that's like, that's the hardest one. And then you watch vault, and you're like, wait, no, that's even crazier, like sprinting full speed. And then it's like,
The beam.
I watch the beam, it's like, that's physically impossible to do a fucking backflip on that. And then you watch the floor
Floor
team,
show.
and it's like, oh shit, they just did 500 backflips in a row. It's like
Yeah.
every event is the hardest shit you've ever seen in
Yeah.
your life.
And they
It's
have
nuts.
to be like reasonably good at all of them.
Right, yeah,
Like to even compete, you have to be reasonably good at all of those things.
right.
And that-
All four of the hardest things in the world you have to be good at.
That beam's only about
It's-
4 inches wide,
I
too.
What I really think of, I think beam's probably the hardest.
That would be
Yeah.
the one. Yeah.
That's crazy. But I'm good at it.
We've done swim lessons, which I don't regret.
Oh, I gotta do that.
Yeah.
How old were your kids? And you did it too.
I did it too.
Two.
I was
2?
2 or 3.
disappointed with it,
Really?
but I think she was too young. I think I want to go back and do another swim lesson,
Okay.
because she was 1. And it was
Yeah,
just me
she's little.
bopping around in the pool
Yeah.
with her the whole time. Like they
Right.
weren't really like teaching her anything.
Nah, Goldfish is good.
Yeah.
Up by the former Grand Run Mall.
Okay, I was in Aston. I forget what that place is
We
called.
Shopping bag.
Yeah,
John Shopping,
yeah,
right?
yes.
We did that one too.
It was-
Um,
I just felt like
you
I was
said
paying
2?
to swim with
There
my
were 2?
child.
yeah, 2.
And do you think 2 was good? 1's too young. Was 2 okay?
Yeah, 2 was fine and 3 was fine.
No.
He enjoyed it. Wyatt likes to swim,
Right.
so I guess we'll get Ben set up. I guess this summer. Might as well.
Yeah.
I've been teaching her how to swim though. She
Mhm.
can't. I mean, she wears floaties, but she's gone under, and
Yeah.
she'll jump off things and like go under for a second and then float back to the top and be okay.
We probably discussed
But,
this before,
yeah.
but like, isn't there, like, when they're really tiny babies, you see them get dunked underwater, and that seems insane.
Well,
But
that's
it's-
traumatic.
Yeah.
That's
right?
actually what I was expecting. I was
Like-
like, are you going to throw her in and like make her fend for herself, or
Are you gonna make her wear a heavy jacket and push her in violently?
That's
Can
what
I?
I wanted my job to be that when I was younger. Like I really want to dunk kids,
Yeah, yeah.
unsuspecting children for a living. I get paid to torture kids.
I
Bobs,
hated
that's what they call it. Yeah.
I hated swimming lessons. I hated everything. I was such a capital P pussy. But swim lessons were at the high school, and the
I didn't
smell
like
of
it.
that
That
chlorine
smell.
was too much for me. I love it now just because it reminds me of pools. But back then it was like, it's 1,000,000 degrees in here and it stinks. And
And it was during the winter too, so you wear your coat.
yeah,
and then
a
you walk
coat touching
in.
wet hair is like hell.
and then
It's
you're,
just-
when
yeah,
you're
you leave
done,
and your hair's all wet.
Ugh.
and your shirt's like soaked, and you're like, this feels horrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck that.
Do we know anyone that's like not old as shit like we are, like that's still involved in high school? Are they still making kids swim?
I'm sure they are. They got that big ass pool.
That's so fucking
We-
weird to me.
Let me call.
You gotta call.
We have
somebody?
people we went to high. we have people we went to high school with who have children in fucking college.
That's
Wow,
crazy.
that's nuts.
Isn't
Oh
that wild?
my god, I'm about to meet. I'm seeing my friends who I haven't seen in a while on Saturday, I think. And the one dude's bringing his son. I remember when his son was born. His son is fucking a teenager. It's
Mm.
like crazy, dude. I'm a teenager. How's your kid a teenager?
Yeah.
Wait, we know people with kids in college.
Yes, I'm sure you know that.
You're not gonna make me name drop, are
very
you?
Oh, I mean, yes.
weirdly uncomfortably sexually active at like the end of middle school, beginning of high school.
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
But,
I knew a
I mean, I
couple-
wasn't friends with them.
I knew people who were pregnant at 14 and like, yeah, their
Crazy.
kids are like 18 now. And I'm like,
Wow. Yeah,
that's nuts.
Yeah. that's true.
Can't imagine.
Yeah,
But it happens.
I'm friends with a girl that's got like a high schooler and then just had a baby. It was like
Yeah.
I got to the end of the line to start over.
Start. Oh, wait, that's too much.
Nice.
That's a lot.
Man.
Yeah, but my friend of mine asked me, he's like, "Are you guys gonna have any more kids?" I was like, "Nah, man, we're done."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Why?" I said, "We're old, and I don't want any more." He's like, "Oh, come on, I'm slightly older than him, but his wife's younger." And I was telling April this story, and I'm like, yeah, I told him. I said, yeah, dude. I'm like, my wife's fucking half a decade older than yours, and she just looks at me. She's like, stop saying shit. You could just say 5 years. You don't have to fucking put
Half
all
a
that-
decade.
Yeah, you don't have to put all the extra theatrics into it. I was like, oh, whatever. But
Come on, dude. My wife's old as shit.
it stings harder.
Well, we all know now that we were born in the 1900s, which is a fucking awful thing to have to hear.
1980s, baby.
Man.
Well, but the 1900s makes it sound so old-fashioned.
Yeah, I cut people at work who one of the kids, I think he's 18 or 19 or something, and he was talking about when he was in daycare in 2009.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, oh my fucking
How about like the cigarette sign at like Walmart?
Oh,
Oh
no,
yeah, the
It's
date
like,
on
well, I
that.
have fucking shoes older than that.
Yeah, it hurts when you hear the years that these kids were born
Mhm.
now, and you're like, no, you weren't. You're lying.
Oh, it's easy. You know what though? It makes it easy to tell who you can't take seriously.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
You don't know.
that's true.
It's like, yeah, it's like if I have shoes older than you, I'm at that age now. Where I'm like, no, your brain's not even fucking developed yet.
Right. Which you would have loved at their age.
I would have fucking gone ape shit.
Yes.
Now I'm old enough to know that's a dumb reaction. My dad likes it when I will tell him about how now that I understand that I was wrong about X in the past.
Oh,
It looks like he's in a fucking jacuzzi.
Mhm.
He's just like saturated in satisfaction.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever said that to my parents.
No.
You were right about that back
It's not
then.
even. It's just like,
No.
You'll
yeah,
never
you
get
know,
that from me.
It probably wasn't. It was like when I got run off the road. The day before that, I was talking to my dad on the phone. He's like, "What are you doing tomorrow?" And I told him. He goes, "Oh, you're not going to be out in the snow." I'm like, "Yeah, I will." And then, after I fixed my truck on the side of the road and I was driving home, my phone rings and it was the last human I wanted to talk to on earth. I just looked down at my truck, the display, and it says Greg Costa Cell.
Mm.
I'm like, I answered the phone. He's like, "You went to Pennsylvania, didn't you?" I'm like, "Yeah." "How'd you know?" He goes, "I knew you would." "How was it?" I'm like, "It wasn't good, Dad." Wasn't good. "Why? What happened?" I'm like, and to his credit, he didn't hit me with the "I told you so" until like 3 days after.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
For
He
him,
let
but,
it.
like,
He let
for
it wear all
For
first.
my dad, that's a lot of
Yeah.
like restraint.
Yeah.
That's
That's-
growth for Greg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Dad, I told Mike that my dad is doing great. He doesn't watch fucking cable news anymore. I thank God.
That's good.
He's just very normal now. It's lovely. I tell him all the time. Every time I see him, like, don't do it. Don't go to the siren song. Watch fucking Cheers. Do
Yeah.
something else, man. You're retired in age. Just vibe.
Yeah. You
He'll
don't
send-
need people you don't need to be upset.
Nah, he'll send me little videos of like projects he's done around the house. He's like, "All right, this was what we did today."
That's
He
cute.
said he went earlier today. I went to the charity. Anytime he goes to the dump, I have to hear about it. Went to the landfill.
Speaking of that, I have a block of knives I have to get rid of. How do you fucking dispose of them? I don't want to
Throw them in the street.
I don't want to hurt
Kid could find.
a garbage man.
Wrap it in tape so that the blades don't come out, and then put it in a bag.
Okay, that's
Did you
smart.
did you fix your cast iron yet? Because if not,
Dude,
give it to me. I don't know where I
I'm
live.
gonna give you 2. Can I give you 2?
It'll look brand new when I get it back.
Because I fucking soaked this thing in vinegar overnight, hours.
Mhm.
Scrubbed the shit out of it. Looked great. Left the house, came back. it was
Surface
fucking
rust.
brown rust again. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna fucking
That's happened to pretty much every cast iron skillet, and I just throw them out.
No,
I thought that
can't-
was how you're supposed to
just
thought
eat
they
the
were just
rust.
supposed to be rusty.
The
No, I
rust
can
is
fix
part of
that.
the flavor.
I bought a new cast iron Dutch oven because I'm going to take my kid, at least Wyatt at a minimum. I don't know about Benjamin. He might be a little too young. I'm going to take them camping, like tent camping. So I've been collecting things that you're going to need when you're, cookware, chairs, blah, 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 blah,
This
blah.
is why you were talking about the tent.
Oh, yeah. I love the tent. One of my better ideas. I still have it set up in the yard right now. The kids fucking love it. We were in it today.
Nah,
They go to their little fort. I got a heater in there and lights. They can't get enough of it.
that's so cute.
But I got a cast iron Dutch oven from Cabela's and I like torture tested it. Everything you could bacon, fucking steaks. I made a whole chicken soup. I couldn't believe the quality. Like,
Yeah.
it was unbelievably good.
That's good.
Very, very happy with it. Like I made like steaks outside and I got pictures of them in the tent shoving baked potato in their mouth.
Oh, that's so cute.
But they love it. I want to take both of them, but at a minimum, I'm gonna take Wyatt for sure because
Mhm.
I'm trying to like strike a balance between bringing way too much shit to the point where he's gonna think camping is like not roughing it a little bit. But I'm picturing this universe where like it's 3:00 in the morning and he's like, "Daddy, I'm cold." I'm like, "Fuck, he's never gonna
Yeah.
want to do this again now."
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find a happy medium for everything.
So have you guys slept in the tent yet? In the yard?
I have. He has not yet.
Okay.
April found me out there 5:00 in the morning. She came in my tent. I should have locked it. She's like, I hear the zipper open up. She's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I was sleeping."
I was jacking off.
I said, "I'm test." She goes, "The last text message I have from you says, don't worry, I'm not going to sleep in here." This is where I found
you.
I said, "Why you didn't have to worry?"
Was it super cold?
It was like 34 degrees.
Pretty cold.
Yeah.
How was it overnight?
I was fine.
Yeah.
It's got a rain fly on it, and I bought 30 and 40-degree sleeping bags.
Yeah.
The whole thing happened. I had a guy, an internet lead, reach out to me, looked at a bunch of houses with me, and then ended up buying in a part of Pennsylvania that I'm not even a part of their board. It was in like fucking Nazareth or something.
Mm.
And he's like, I bought something without you. I'm like, that's fine. He's like, I'm really sorry. I feel like I wasted your time. I'm like, you didn't. That's just the nature of the beast. And he's like, well, I feel bad. He goes, check your email. I sent you a little something. Just say thanks. I was like, okay. And it was a
Picture of him in his new house.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Dick out. No, and it was a gift card to Cabela's for a very generous sum. So
That's nice.
So I was like, okay, well, this will get the boys out of the house. And as they're walking around, they were like, we want to, Benjamin. Wyatt's like, I want a tent. I was like, that's not a bad idea, actually. The windstorm, the ice storm, the snow, the downpour rains, fucking bulletproof. Bone dry.
Tent was up through them all.
Oh, I was watching it in 40-mile-an-hour winds. I'm like, I don't know how to not sound self-congratulatory here, but talk about a steak job on that fucking tent, man. Shit didn't budge an inch. I had people had down tree. I didn't want to put it on the internet because I was like, people actually have like down trees and real problems.
Smash their hat.
Yeah, I sound like a fucking idiot. But when I opened it up and everything, excuse me, was dry, intact, good to go. I was like, I think I'm just gonna get the larger version of this tent for when we actually go out to the woods. But yeah, the garden was my best idea so far of like, something to do with my kids. This is my next iteration of something to do with them that's tangible.
That's cool. I bought Sal an iPhone. That's what we do.
Yeah.
we both sit and rot. I fucking love it. I used to sleep in a tent in my bedroom, so this is a little cooler than that out in the yard.
They like it. They get very excited to go outside.
Now it's gonna be warm, dude. You can't get them out of there.
No, it was kind of hot in there today. I was trying to open the window and he was getting upset.
Now that it's getting warm, you're gonna have all three of you sleep out there, right? In the yard?
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't know if April will sign off on Benjamin doing it.
Right.
I tried to get Wyatt to take a nap out there around that time, and he was just like rambunctious.
Too excited to take a nap out there.
I'm in the tent. Yeah.
I hooked him up with the electric blanket. I got a propane heater. Works nice.
That's great, dude.
Yeah, it's fun. And of course that got me into like Facebook. I'm like such a boomer with Facebook, and like it's like, oh, we heard you talking about tents. Here's 10,000 groups dedicated to tent camping that you're gonna be in asking stupid questions.
Insane.
Adam joined the one called Pants Tent.
pitch a tent.
I'm in this group called Pitching Tents. So just pictures of
It's really
men.
weird. Yeah.
But what the one thing that really blew my mind so far, at least, is barrier to entry. Like I'm all outfitted with. You couldn't get a full set of hockey pads for what I've spent on that stuff so far.
No,
you know what I
way.
mean? Like
Yeah.
relatively low barrier to entry. The tent was $40.
That's wild. That's awesome.
That's crazy.
That it lasted
And
through all
the
this
quality
weather.
is like, I think it's made in Thailand. I think is what it says on the inside. But you know what? The big deal. The first thing my dad asked, does it have the smell? It's my father's super sensitive to smells.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't have that like
Weird plastic
No,
fume smell that
not at
you
all.
can feel killing
Yeah.
parts of your brain.
polyethylene.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, not normal.
No, and even the I didn't get like people were asking me like how come you didn't get like kid-sized chairs and kid-sized sleeping bags? It doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like a kid can fit in an adult bag, an adult can't fit in a kid. That was kind of my logic. But yeah, I got the tent, 2 chairs, a tarp for underneath of it, 2 40 and 30 degree sleeping bags, camping pillows, the cook set. I already had a burner. I'm like $200 in. And we could go
money.
and I just pack a cooler and we could go tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm probably by next episode we'll have gone out at least once.
Lovely. You know where you're gonna go?
No, I was talking to Dave about it. There's a place out near Westchester that apparently has like a camp setup type
Mhm.
deal. But he's done it before with his sons, so whatever he recommends is good enough for me.
That's what's up, dude.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm trying to get. And when you say shit like this, sorry, you sound like a douchey parent, but I have to say it. I'm trying to get them into as many real touch, here's the earth type things as humanly possible, because I want them to be so into that type of shit that they don't. It's impossible to know if you're going to be successful or not. That they don't stray into some of the shit that maybe I got into because I didn't have as many hobbies or, bad habits that kids can get into.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I want to be like, what? Fuck, I don't want to go do that. I'm going camping with dad on the weekend. Fuck you.
Right,
Like I'm
right.
trying to infect them with that.
No, yeah, that's very noble. And I get it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also, you should just fucking screens, right? We're just fighting off screens.
Well, thankfully, right now we're in our Thomas the Tank Engine arc.
Good show.
I had to watch the one from the fucking late 80s that I used to watch with George Carlin.
Carlin,
Yeah.
Mr. Conductor.
And I'm watching. I'm like, why? They're gonna find fish inside of Thomas, and they're gonna have fish and chips. And he's like, you look at me like I'm a swami.
How did you know that?
But the new ones now, they have a cartoon version. It's on Netflix,
Mm.
and there's all types of new trains and all types of new personalities.
Is
But
Percy still an asshole?
Percy's still a little worked up. James is kind of a dick. There's an electric train, all electric.
Okay.
Oh, no.
That's a girl.
Is that a hippie?
Yeah, and there's another like orange one that I didn't recognize, but he plays with his train set.
That
while he
one's
watches.
the DEI hire train.
Easy.
It is
I'm down.
covered, it is covered with like tribal type stuff. So it's supposed to be something, but I wish Miss Rachel never infected my house. I wish I could go back and completely.
Wow, what a turnaround!
Dude, I that would after seeing what else. And I'm not saying it's bad, but it didn't do
We
what
love Miss Rachel.
I know. I'm not hating. I'm not saying it's bad. It's excellent.
Sounds like you're shit talking
it's
Miss Rachel. and
excellent
I can't
content. I just
stand for
wish
it.
that I still hear those songs, man. I'm like,
I love
oh,
them.
Oh god.
I'm so happy.
Oh, today?
all the time.
Jump, clap.
Jump, clap, spin. I had a very much this is my son moment recently.
All right.
We went to my aunt and Uncle Joe and Aunt Patsy's 50th wedding anniversary. God bless them. First of all, I didn't know 50th anniversary parties had like speeches and weddings. So it's
Oh,
like,
I didn't know that either.
I mean speeches and like first dance, like so we got there kind of late because I was like, it's not a wedding. We could get there. It's just a party.
Yeah.
But it basically is.
So we fucking walk in during like speeches and stuff, and like everybody's
Everybody looks
seated
at
at tables, and we're like, sorry, and carrying Sal. But all that to say, it's like Sal, much like his dear old dad, like was on the dance floor the entire night. Like we'd put him down, he'd run to the dance floor. He was pointing at the disco ball and just dancing alone much like I do at weddings and stuff, just like sweating, dancing the whole time, just laughing, and then also sprinting around the room as fast as possible, which was, like he's at an age where he's not listening. Like he's on the floor, he's gone, and there's no like, hey, stay over here. I don't give a shit. I'm going to run. So that's kind of tough, but it was so fun to see him out there, just having the time of his fucking life, dancing.
He looks
much like I
fun.
dance. We're about as skilled as each other, but it was great to see. And he's like just walking up to people and like telling these old people to pick him up. And there's this guy, like my dad's cousin named Leonard, who's like a notoriously grouchy guy. No one's even seen him in like 10 years. He like picked Sal up and was holding him, and he was like standing next to his daughter. His daughter's like, "You've never held my kids in your life."
He just couldn't say no to
Yeah,
Sal.
it's like-
Sal's like, "Hi, pick me up."
Yeah. So I was like, up. And he's like, all right. I was like, Leonard, I bet you don't even know who I am, but that's cool.
It's funny.
But it's great. He's he'll be 2
Got a
in
lot of
May.
personality.
It's just it's crazy how fast it happens. Like going from a little lump that's just like there to be like, holy shit, why do you do that? Where did that come from? I mean, I love all the different quirks you have, but it's like, wow, you're funny and weird. I don't know how, but it's great to see. And he's home now. I can hear his little voice, but he loves pizza. You sent me that video the other day.
Yeah.
I walked in today with pizza to that exact scene. Like,
Really?
Like him just like pizza, 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 pizza.
Yeah.
I was like, you little dago. Oh no, but we were touring schools and stuff. It's like, holy shit. This is
It's very real.
this shit is real. Phoebe's starting school soon, right?
Yeah, she starts in September.
Yeah.
Preschool.
Oh, God, that's scary.
I know.
I was with all
I'm scared of all the sicknesses we're gonna get, but
I mean,
that's most. She's gonna love it, so I'm
That's a real-
excited for
that's
her.
a real thing.
I don't believe in sickness. You said your kids had to miss school, right? Or Wyatt?
Yeah, Wyatt missed his speech class last Tuesday just because.
he was
was so
puking and
fucked up.
shitting.
No, just like the horrible chest cold,
Ugh.
nasty cough, bad fever. Like we just can't. It's like been haunting our house.
Is it clear?
Yeah, everyone's okay now.
That's good.
But it just took forever to like get through, and it sucked because like I was so excited for Valentine's Day because that's when Benjamin got his cast off.
Mhm.
I had a house I was closing on in Lower Chai that I just wanted to. It wasn't a bad sale. I just wanted to get it off my mental books.
Mhm.
So I was like, oh man, 6:00 on Valentine's Day, I'm gonna be in my pajamas with a pizza, and that'll be closed. Benjamin will be all better. I'll be clear the mental fog. Fast forward to that day, everyone's fucking 100+ fever. Fucked up. April got sick last, which was bizarre because she's usually the first one to fall.
Mhm.
But yeah, it happened like right after I took him to school the previous week, and then I took them both to the fun center, and then all of a sudden the cough started showing up.
That's it right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I won't
That's it.
take Phoebe to any place like that in this time of the year. When it's spring, okay, maybe
I
but-
usually feel safe because I usually go. I don't go during I
peak hours.
Nah, like I'm there at 11:00 on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
So there might be like 5 other people there, but sure enough,
Yeah.
Shit is tenacious. It's on
Yeah.
all the ball pit balls.
Everything.
fucking-
it's everywhere.
We took him to the Christiana Mall, and they have a little play area.
Like right by the Target, right?
Yeah, which is next to like all the coin operated cars and stuff. So we put him down in the play area. He like did a lap around it. It was like not interesting. Sprinted out. I was like, oh shit, I gotta run. But he went right over to the cars, which he was fine with. He was there for like 20 minutes, just pressing buttons. Like he doesn't know what's going on, but he, climbing up. But he's sitting there. And he's just, I look over and his like full mouth is on the
Oh,
steering wheel.
no.
And I was like, well, he's sick. Like that's
Yeah.
it's
It's inevitable.
yeah, he's licking a steering wheel that 1,000 other kids have probably touched today. Oh, great. And then he took it just the most massive shit I've ever seen him take. And I was like, well, I gotta go hope the fold out table in this bathroom's not broken.
Yeah, they're not super polite to the dudes in that department.
I went to round 1 in Exton, and he dad's there with your kids with shitty diapers. I had to like first of all, it's not in a private area at all. It's like right across from the sinks.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's like I had to hold it up with my knee while changing him, because if I didn't, it would have fucking collapsed. He would have fell on the fucking
I would walk
tiles.
up to them and be like, listen, motherfuckers, fix this or I'm changing them on the fucking pool table.
Yeah. And I'm not good at changing them. I'll get shit everywhere. Capiche?
Yeah, I think I was saying upstairs before we came down at the start, like, I'm putting Ben on the potty soon. I'm gonna start soon.
That's like something I have to do. But
you follow me in here enough, you can spend some time in here yourself. I just went because I figured it'll be easier because he's already seen his brother go and blah blah blah. And it's like,
how old's Wyatt?
Wyatt will be 4.
I mean, when you potty train, when are you supposed to do this?
Like we started like 2.5.
He has a potty. He loves, and it has a little flusher that makes the flush sound. He loves to pick it up and throw it down the steps. So
yeah.
He knows what it is.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do the same thing I did with Wyatt and see if it worked. Who knows? Wyatt took 3 days.
But really?
Mm-hmm. Started on a Friday. He was good, but he was out of diapers Monday.
Shit.
We just let another parent was like, you need to just lock yourself in your house and don't put pants on them.
Right.
Just do that.
I thought that only worked with girls because they're like smart.
Girls do most girls do everything. My experience has been most girls do everything sooner.
Phoebe kept pissing on the floor, and it's like I know that's like inevitable going to happen if you just do the no pants thing.
Yeah.
But she would get upset about it, but then she would still keep that's supposed to be the point. Like they do it and then they're like, I don't want to keep doing that. And then they go to the bathroom. She just kept freaking doing it. I'm like, I'm not cleaning up piss all day long. I'm sorry. We're going to have to figure out something else.
I think with dad and sons, we have a more demonstrative, he can see me pee.
Yeah.
A little tougher with mom. You know,
yeah.
A little more abstract.
Yeah. What's going on in there?
Yeah.
Why are you
she can hear
down?
It. Tinkles.
Yeah. But yeah. My son has kicked open the bathroom door and tried to grab my piss stream. So,
oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Always grabbing stream.
I want that stream, dude.
That's so funny.
And you got him under your arm like a fucking duffel bag.
Yeah, stop! His hands. Don't touch.
Oh yeah, I've like stiff armed him so many times. Like, get back. One of my favorite things in the morning when Wyatt's up is Benjamin follows me to the door. You'd think he would want Wyatt to stay in there because he's such a aggressive douche to Benjamin, but Benjamin cries and he starts tapping on the doorknob because he wants to go in. So I'll turn it real quick and shove the door and get out of the way so it looks like Benjamin's there, and you'll hear Wyatt's like, Benjamin, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
It's bedtime. They go running over to his bed so they can both get in there and read Night Night Norwal, and Wyatt's got to read it to him. That book looks like it's been through a garbage compactor. It's all taped up.
Oh, we had a version of Where Spot, which for a while was his favorite book. I think something got spilled on it, so it was all fucked up.
Yeah.
So we had like an emergency trip to Barnes and Noble. Ended up getting like 500 other books, but whatever. We got a new Where Spot. But he just wants the fucked up one. He doesn't care about the new one.
Yeah,
that's kind of cute though.
Sentimental.
Yeah, which is fun. I was watching The Busy World of Richard Scarry.
I know of it.
Good show. A lot of adult themes in that show, like bank robbery and stuff. I was like,
yeah, don't they have like bandits?
Yeah, I was like, these show for like preschoolers. I don't need to see the cops like trying to catch robbers.
Either they're gonna gun down that worm in the apple cart.
What if they get caught? Are they gonna shoot their way out? Anyway, Richard Scarry, we love you. I love looking at your books. Pointing to underwear and dresses. First 500 words. I don't know why one of them has to be trousers. I don't use that word. Just say pants, okay? But man, so what's next for us? March. Are we excited for March?
Yes.
I'm excited for March.
Warren, are you?
No. Well, yeah.
I'm can we talk about it at
Yeah.
all?
Go ahead.
So I mean you're in 2 weeks, you said?
2 weeks.
2
March
weeks
10th.
you're getting major back surgery.
Yes, major back surgery.
So you might not be here next month.
I don't see how I could be.
But can we do it around your bed?
Yeah. Around my,
Get you a boom mic.
around my urn, hopefully. Oh.
Stop it.
Hey,
No.
come
Don't
on.
talk like that.
Hey,
But yeah, so you're getting sliced open.
yeah, man. Pretty serious stuff, dude. They have to have 2 surgeons. Someone's in charge of keeping like a monitor of my spinal cord the whole time, like just to make sure it's not fucked up.
You're getting
And I
major fusion.
I am 4 levels of the thoracic spine, which is like the upper,
Oh, that's the upper.
mid.
That's like behind your chest.
Yeah. So it's super high. When I've had my other back surgeries, they were lumbar, which is low, and the spinal cord is not impacted at all. But
Yes.
for this one, it's like right there.
So
I can't. So for anyone who doesn't know, I can't feel this leg, this from like the ankle down. I can't feel it at all.
you should have got a dead foot.
Yeah, I
It's
can't. I
ghost
can't
foot.
feel this. So I've been falling a lot and all kinds of weird shit.
And it's from your spine?
Yeah, there's a disc poking and pinching my
The
spinal
nerve?
cord.
Okay.
And it's just the doctor said it's just going to get worse.
And this
Keep
isn't your
walking
first
around like that.
surgery.
No, but it's the first one that's this serious.
But you've had
I've had 2 other
what
ones.
have you had done before?
I had 2 of a very similar thing.
So your lower spine's fused.
It is not.
Okay.
It is not fused. It didn't need to go that far, but they took the disc out and they like
Yeah.
pretty it up and
Put
it
a
back.
donut in there.
Yeah. Mm.
So now they're doing your upper back and you're saying you're gonna be laid up for like 3 months.
That's what they said.
Right.
I don't plan on being laid up for 3 months.
And then the hope is after those 3 months, then you'll feel your foot again.
I should feel my foot before that. Once the
Okay.
disc stops touching the nerve, I should
Right.
feel my foot again.
And then pain-free life after
No.
that. No?
No. They're basically what the doctor said at this point is this is to get you so that like you don't have like shooting nerve stuff and that you can feel your foot again, but back pain, it's not going to reverse any of that.
Jeez, how much pain are you in day to day
Depends on the day.
right now on a level of 1 to 10?
I'm sitting down. It's not so bad. When I came here,
You're sitting down to 9.
it's not that bad. No, it's all right. It'll be fine. It's probably fine, right?
Yes, it's gonna be fine, but geez, you're just not addicted to pills, are you? This
Nah,
is probably
not
the
yet,
place
not
to
yet,
have this
but-
talk, but goddamn, I'm worried. It's
No, I
scary.
don't have any painkillers.
Good. It's scary. I mean, listen to the doctors, do your rehab, do whatever they tell you to do. You fucking idiot.
Have you
Or
ever been to a chiropractor?
absolutely not.
I'm not suggesting it. I haven't
No,
either. I'm just
I
curious.
would never do that to myself.
Mm,
I believe that they are complete frauds.
okay.
I
Okay.
believe that it is quackery and it is nothing. I believe it is nothing. It provides no actual healing whatsoever.
Really?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
I believe that if there's an actual problem, you should fix the actual problem. No chiropractor is going to unherniate a disc.
No, certainly not. I
Oh.
was just curious.
No, I have a very strong opinion on chiropractors.
Mm,
I would never go see one. I'd fucking die before I go and see
that's a
one.
little dramatic.
It's not. It's not, Mike.
I mean, I wouldn't.
I would kill before I would go see one.
I would let him do the neck thing. The neck thing's insane.
ring
thing?
You shouldn't be doing that.
That's strap under the chin.
No, I would do that.
Oh,
But the thing where they twist your neck,
yeah.
that could fucking
Oh.
kill you.
Well, I've seen Steven Seagal movies. We know it's gonna kill you.
No, I mean, like you could fucking tear a thing in your neck and you have a heart attack. But I mean, I wouldn't want to pay for it, but getting your back crack feels good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll lay on that table and let them like move my hips around and stuff.
They also, if you ever watch chiropractor videos,
I do a lot.
the
I like the
table-
ones with I like the ones where the people are all like fucked up and the guy just ties that thing around his neck.
the ring
Yeah.
hanger.
He yanks them and they're like, oh, You know, I kind of felt something there.
If you watch actual chiropractor videos, the table is doing a lot of the noise making.
Yeah, because it's like it pops down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all fucking bullshit.
I went to a masseuse because
That's what I think about. That's why my kids don't go to doctor. Period.
Yeah, mine either. That's why they're always sick. I went to a masseuse because I had a wing.
Oh,
I had a winged scapula.
Mm.
Fucking.
What the fuck does that mean?
It means that the shoulder blade was pulling away from my back, so you could put your hand in there. It was very uncomfortable. I went there and I explained it to her, and immediate relief. I mean, immediate.
Yeah.
Again, you're not going to unherniate a disc, but if you've ever considered going to a masseuse, do it. It's fucking great.
I don't like when people touch me.
I felt bad.
I just like when they cut me open and touch my inners.
I felt bad because I felt bad because it was like she was probably, I don't know, a 30-year-old woman. And they didn't ask, do you want this? Do you want that? I said, I don't care. Whatever professional is good enough for me. I don't care about any of that. But I felt gross because I'm fucking hairy. Like I have a very hairy chest. And like, I'm like, I feel bad that my wife's one thing, but I feel bad this woman has to fucking touch me.
I'm sure you're not the first hairy person she's had to touch.
I know. I didn't say. I just, I've never had a massage.
Comes with
life.
the business, you know.
Yeah. And I'm a yapper. I'm a yapper too. So I'm talking the whole time. But she's like, would you have any discomfort? I said, yeah, my scapula, I think it's winged. And I felt her put her hand underneath my shoulder blade.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, big time. I'm like, do you think you can fix that? And she's like, I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
Sure enough, I haven't had that was almost 2 years ago. And she's like, try this stretch, blah, 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 blah. But I've never done a chiropractor. My dad goes because he's been doing this with a paintbrush for 40 fucking years.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the key right there. What you said, he goes.
Yes, you got to go
you
regularly.
have to keep going. That's not something that is helping you. I mean, it might provide relief in the moment, but like if I have to go every 2 weeks, like my mom used to do, what the fuck is that?
No, here's the issue: your mom was taken advantage of, so that's why you don't believe in them, right? She went 2 weeks. Are you
calling my mom a whore? What are we doing?
You
here?
said it.
My dad will tell me that
I have a gun right now.
My dad will tell me the chiropractor will tell him that because he's right-handed, so he does all his work with his right hand. He's so out of whack or whatever. He's like they can't even crack the one side of him because the muscles are it's like a fucking tree limb.
Yeah.
I'm like, I believe that. But I can't get over that. I would be terrified. I've already said earlier I don't like doctors. I'd be terrified to be sitting there and like, my neck's a little uncomfortable. Next thing you know, I'm fucking have a feeding tube.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, one move and all of a sudden, or when they do like the elbows and shit, I'm like, oh no, I don't want that. I'll just be uncomfortable.
Right. I'll cross my arms and have my buddy lift me up.
And crack my back.
Crack it.
Yeah, hang me upside down.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about that. Like one false move and spinal cord severed.
Yeah, like he's hungover or something. He went out to a men's dinner the night before.
Yeah, and I wasn't invited to that one either.
Well, at least the spins are gone. Hold still.
Can't stop thinking about all the missteps in conversation he took. Like, oops, I cut another spine.
Yep, another one.
Whoops, you know me. It's Monday.
My surgery is on a Monday.
Oh shit!
I hope it's not Garfield.
I think I'd want a Wednesday. I've never had a surgery. Not yet, at least. No, not even to like repair anything. But yeah, that doesn't sound. Hopefully, you have a speedy recovery. That's what I hope.
Yeah. I love you, Warren.
I have no opinion on this surgery at all. I hope it helps, but I'm not positive that it will.
But you're not positive about anything.
But all I know is he told me that if I keep walking around the way I am, I'm going to paralyze myself.
You're going to do real damage.
Well, we definitely don't want that, pal.
I got to do something.
Get it taken
How
care
long's
of.
the procedure? Have they said?
No, I don't know.
It's got to be a while.
It's at
right?
Jefferson Hospital in Philadelphia,
Okay.
which is a good hospital.
How long are you going to be there?
A couple days.
Mm.
Yeah. Until I can walk up and down a set of steps.
Is that the litmus test?
Yes.
Yeah, my dad was in the hospital. He got both his knees replaced. He went from Riddle to a rehab hospital and was there for like a month. Now he's
That's
back.
just he got them both done at once, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's rough.
If you get one done, they like send you home the next day, like to your house. But who gives a shit?
Speaking of
Folks.
riddle,
Oh,
I
yes.
was there recently to visit.
I thought you were
some
gonna tell a
people.
riddle.
No, that hospital has come up in the world.
Yeah, they redid it.
It looks great. It's great now.
I don't think I've been there in a while.
I remember.
I went there when I passed out on the toilet on my dad's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
I remember being like, "Please, whatever you do, don't take me to Riddle."
Yeah. Well, who knows?
No, I've never. I think I went there when like my grandma had like a surgery or something. They had her there for a little bit, but no, I've never been there myself. And and both my kids were born at the Christiana Hospital.
Yep.
Proper baby jail with the separate.
Christiana Hospital was great.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very uncomfortable to sleep on.
Yes. Yeah. That's probably what fucked my back up. Yes, I remember that well. I just like, especially the second time. I like all like the little stuff that I picked up on the second time around. Like, I was a father of baby.
Mhm.
You don't get an actual fucking name.
Fob.
I'm Fob.
What's up, Fob? No, it's exciting, and we'll see you next month. It's getting late,
All right.
so we all have children to go tend to. Is anyone working tomorrow?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Fucking
Not until the
bullshit.
afternoon.
Oh, they're gonna be there at
Bullshit.
5 a.m.
Bullshit.
Oh, you got work tomorrow?
Yeah, we still
Okay.
got promoted, so I'm a big shot.
Oh,
congratulations.
Oh,
That's
it's
great.
Okay, it's okay.
You
Thank
fire
you.
one yet?
Yeah, I'm firing people every day.
Are you the GM now?
Yeah, I run the whole company actually.
Oh, that's fucking
Incredibly
awesome.
rich. So I'm gonna buy a bunch of followers on Instagram and just become an influencer. But anyway, I love you guys.
Love you too.
Thank you to the listener and the
Yes.
viewer. We'll see you next month. March. What's March?
St.
Third.
Patrick's
St.
Day.
Patrick's Day.
Yes.
So we don't support that. But we'll see you next month. Bye.
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 Man, my throat's all fucked up.
Are you okay? You dying?
No, I just like screamed, I think.